Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and this is our doubleheader game. Game 1 of a doubleheader between the Mets and the San Francisco Giants. Retro replay 1977, May 8th, 1977, San Francisco, Candlestick Park. 67 degrees. Winds 8 miles per hour out to left. We have the New York Mets, 12 wins, 12 losses, facing off against the San Francisco Giants, 9 wins and 16 losses. On the mound for the Mets, Jerry Koosman, 2 wins, 1 loss, earned run average 3.41 on the retro replay. For the San Francisco Giants, Jim Barr, 1 win, 5 losses, earned run average 5.67. Mets lineup in center field. Leading off, Bruce Beauclair. Batting second at third base, Lenny Randle. Batting third in right field, Ed Trainfleet. Batting fourth, doing the catching, John Stern. Batting fifth, playing first base, John Milner. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Dave Kingman. Batting seventh, playing second base, Leo Foster. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. Batting ninth and doing the pitching, Jerry Koosman. Now for San Francisco, batting first, playing right field, Terry Whitfield. Batting second, playing second base, Darryl Thomas. Batting third, the left fielder, Darrell Evans. Batting fourth, playing third base, Bill Matlock. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Willie Stretch McCovey. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Gary Thomason. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Tim Foon. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Mark Hill. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Jim Barr. So here come the New York Mets. Leading off, Bruce Beauclair. Retro replay 364, no home runs, 4 RBIs. In actuality, 293, 4 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Left-handed batter. He'll be facing Jim Barr, as I stated. On the retro replay, 1 win, 5 losses. Earned run average 5.67. In actuality, 12 and 16. Earned run average 4.76. Batting average against 306. In the retro replay, 302. His battery mate, Mark Hill, solid defensive catcher with an excellent arm. Bill Matlock's at third, 4 out of 10 range. At short, Tim Foley, 6 out of 10 defensive range. Thomas at second, 5 out of 10. McCovey, 4 out of 10 at first. From left to right, you have Evans in left field, 6 out of 10 range with a poor arm. In center field, Thomason doesn't cover much ground, he has a bad arm. Whitfield in right is the best outfielder of the lot, 6 out of 10 for both range and arm. Beauclair steps to the plate, left-handed batter. He'll be taken. Here's the pitch by Barr. Ball 1. Beauclair batting 309 off right-handed pitcher. Hill goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch by Barr. Beauclair swings, pops it up to McCovey at first for the first out of the inning. Here comes Lenny Randle. Excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. Randall on the retro replays, batting .333, no home runs, 1 RBI. In actuality, 304, 5 home runs, 27 runs driven in. The switch hitter is batting lefty off the right-handed thrown Barr. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Randall. He swings away and he singles past Thomas in center. Holds at first, though he took a big wide turn, so 9 out of 10 base running ability. McCovey holding him on. Here comes Ed Kranepool, playing right field today for the Mets. 300 batting average, 7 RBIs in the retro replay, 281 in actuality, 10 home runs, 40 runs driven in. Excellent hit and run man, 7 out of 10. Kranepool's ready. We're going to play some hit and run here. Barr gets the sign from Hill. Sets and delivers to Kranepool. Hit and run on. And that is grounded past Thomas at second base into right field. Going first to third is Randall. So the Mets once again execute a hit and run. John Stearns steps to the plate. Stearns, Mets catcher, 265, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. In actuality, 251, 12 home runs, 55 runs driven in. Wants to at least drive something out to the outfield to score Randall, who has excellent speed at third base. Barr looks in at Hill, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Stearns. Stearns lines out to Foley for out number 2, quickly getting back to third base is Randall. As Foley looked to a streaking Madlock, the third baseman was going toward the bag, but Randall gets back. So with 2 outs, runners on the corner, it's going to be up to John Milner. He's playing first base today for the Mets. 230 batting average, 2 home runs, 8 runs driven in. 255 in actuality, 12 home runs, 57 runs driven. He awaits the Jim Barr offering. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Milner. And Milner sends that ball deep to left center field, but Thomason's there. He makes the catch, hitting over. The Mets threaten but do not score. Due up for the Giants, Whitfield, Thomas, and Evans. If anyone gets on, Madlock. Terry Whitfield steps to the plate. 273 batting average, 5 RBIs in the retro replay, 285 in actuality, 7 home runs, 36 runs driven in. Jerry Koosman on the mound for the Mets. 2 wins, 1 loss, 3.41 earned run average in the retro replay. Batting average against 306. In actuality, 8 wins and he had 20 losses. Ouch. Earned run average 3.49. Batting average against 232. So he did not get a lot of run support in 77 games. His catcher, John Stearns, above average defense, very good arm. Randall, average at third. Harrelson, below average at short. Foster, not very good at second. And Milner, below average at first. Kingman's in left field, not much range with a bad arm. Beauclair in center, not much range with a below average arm. And Kranepool, 4 out of 10 range with a poor arm. He can run on the outfield. So here comes Whitfield, left-handed batter. Lefty-lefty matchup. Whitfield batted 114 off left-handed pitching. Stearns sets the target. Koosman sets and delivers. And that is a line out to Bud Harrelson. Good reaction by Bud at short. 1 out. Here comes Darrell Thomas to the plate, playing second base. 300 batting average, 1 home run, 11 runs driven in. Switch hitter is batting right-handed. In actuality, 267, 8 home runs, 44 RBIs. Excellent bunter, 8 out of 10. The Mets will have to move their corners in. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Thomas batted 289 off left-handed pitching in 77. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Thomas. And he walks. A 1-out walk. Thomas, 8 out of 10 base runner. Milner holding him on. 51% chance of stealing second. That brings up the left-handed batting Darrell Evans. 257, 2 home runs, 9 runs driven in. Actuality 254, 17 home runs, 72 runs driven in. He only batted 226 off left-handed pitching. Koosman throws to Milner at first, slaps the tag on Thomas. He just gets back in time. Koosman back up on the mound. He toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Evans. And that ball goes out to Beauclair at deep center. He makes the catch, retreating back to first is Thomas. So there's 2 outs, and here comes Bill Madlock. Madlock, 294, 1 home run, 15 runs driven in. In actuality, 1977, 302, 12 home runs, 46 runs driven in. 2 outs. Thomas at first. Madlock batted 302 off left-handers. Koosman's ready. Here's the pitch to Matlock. It's a grounder to Harrelson. He goes to Foster to get the force at second, inning over. We go to the top of the second, no score. 2 up for the Mets, Kingman, Foster, and Harrelson. Dave Kingman steps to the plate, currently batting 236, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. He's going to be traded shortly by the Mets. I'm playing historical transactions using Action PC Baseball. He'll be traded 4 times during this year. I believe that is a record. In actuality, he batted 209 for the Mets, 9 home runs, 28 runs driven in. Barr gives up a 308 batting average, for right-handed batters. Kingman's ready to grip and rip. Hill goes through the side, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Collin. And Kingman grounds the Madlock over to McCovey for out number 1. Fans like that effort. Here comes Leo Foster, Mets second baseman. 143 batting average, 2 runs driven in on the retro replay, batted 227 with 6 RBIs in 77. He'll be taken. Here's the pitch by Barr. Ball 1. Foster to take again. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Foster steps in the batter's box again. Barr looks in at Hill. Gets the sign. He sets and delivers to Foster. And Foster singles to left center field. That line drive drops in front of Thomason. So Foster's on at first. 8 out of 10 base running ability, 66% chance of stealing second. Covey holding him on. And we now have Bud Harrelson at the plate. And he's batting below 200 in the retro replay. 175, no home runs, 8 RBIs. In actuality, he only batted 178, 269 at bats. He was coming to the end of his career. Though I think he ended up playing in the early 80s for the Phillies. 1 home run, 12 RBIs. 1 out. Pitchers on deck. 10 out of 10 bunter. We're not going to try that. 6 out of 10 hit and run. We might do that. You know what? We're going to try to bunt for a hit. Giants are playing their infield normal. Here's the pitch. Harrelson's going to try to bunt for a hit. Puts the bunt down, and they go to first, and they get him. But advancing to second is Foster. Here comes Jerry Koosman, can help his own cause. Koosman batting 200 in the retro replay, which is better than Harrelson. In actuality, batting 111, 1 home run, 7 runs driven in. Foster in scoring position, very good speed. The windup and the pitch by Barr. Koosman will be swinging away, and he strikes out, inning over. Fans at Candlestick cheer that effort. We go to the bottom of the second, no score, due up for the Giants. Covey, Thomason, and Foley, excuse me. William McCovey, stretch. San Francisco first baseman is struggling. 212, 2 home runs, 8 runs driven in. He batted 280 in 1977, 28 home runs, and 86 RBIs. lefty-lefty matchup. McCovey batting .267 off left-handed pitching. Koosman rocks and fires, and he strikes out McCovey as he got fooled on that curveball. 1 up, 1 down. Gary Thomason steps to the plate, another left-handed batter. 256 home runs, 13 RBIs. In actuality, 256, 17 home runs, 71 runs driven in. 193 off left-handed pitching. Stern sets the target. Here's the pitch to Thomason. And he strikes out Thomason, so Koosman sends the first 2 Giant batters down with Ks. And up to the plate steps the shortstop Tim Foley for the Giants. 300, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. In actuality, batting .228 with 4 home runs, 27 runs driven in. Koosman and the Mets looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Stern goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Foley. Grounded to Foster, over to Milner. 1-2-3 go the Giants. We go to the top of the third, still scoreless here at Candlestick Park. 2 up for the Mets, top of the order. Bruce Beauclair, then Randall and Cranepool. If anyone gets on, the catcher John Stearns. Beauclair 0 for 1. Barr gets the sign from Hill. Hill sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Beauclair. Grounder to Thomas, over to McCovey. 1 out. Here comes Lenny Randall. Corners move in to protect against the bunt. Madlock in at third, McCovey in at first. Randall's going to look to try to knock it past him. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Randall. And he doubles off the right field wall. So Randall's in scoring position. Very good speed at second. 1 out. And here comes Ed Cranepool. He's 1 for 1. He executed the hit and run to perfection in the first inning. Chance to knock in Randall. He's going to take. Here's the pitch by Barr. Strike 1. Slider in there. So no balls, 1 strike. Cranepool asks for time. It's granted. He steps back in the box now. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Cranepool. And he lines out to McCovey, robbing him of a hit and a possible RBI. That would have been a double down the line. Randall goes back to second base quite quickly. So 2 outs. Runner at second. It'll be up to John Stern, the Mets catcher. He's 0 for 1 today. Barr looks in at Hill. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to John Stearns. And he doubles to left center field. The Mets have a 1-0 lead on the RBI 2-out double by John Stearns. And here comes John Milner, Mets first baseman. He's 0 for 1 today. Righty-lefty matchup. Stearns will be off on contact with 2 outs. Barr toes the rubber, looks in at Hill. Here's the pitch to Milner. And Milner rips a shot to right field. We have a 99% chance of scoring Stearns. We shall send him. And Stearns scores. Whitfield throws towards second to keep Milner at first. So it's 2-0 Mets with 2 outs. And here comes calm Dave Kingman. Barr's been hit hard after getting 2 outs this inning. Kingman would love to drive one out of the ballpark. He's ready to grip and rip. McCovey holding Milner up. Barr looks over at McCovey. Then in at Hill. Here's the pitch to Kingman. And Kingman singles into left field, and we shall hold Milner at second. So it's been a hit parade after the 2 outs. 2-0. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and here comes Leo Foster. Foster's 1 for 1. He's singled in the second inning. Foster awaits the Barr offering. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Foster. And he sends that ball out to Thomason in center field. He makes the catch, inning over. But the Mets score 2. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Mets. Due up for the Giants, Hill, Barr in the top of the order, Whitfield. Barr killed it. Giants catcher, 203 batting average in the retro replay. No home runs, 6 RBIs. In actuality, 250. 9 home runs and 50 runs driven in. Batted 248 off left-handed pitching. Koosman gets the sign from Stearns. Here's the pitch to Hill. That's grounded foul. Off to the right. Count on Hill is now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stearns sets the target. The windup and the pitch by Jerry Koosman. That ball is going to drop in front of Beauclair in center for a leadoff single. Hill not much speed at first. Milner will hold him on, though, and here comes the pitcher, Jim Barr. Corners will move in as they expect Barr to bunt. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Here's the pitch to Barr. He puts the bunt down. They go to first and they get him. Hill advances to second, so Barr does his job. Hill's in scoring position. Here comes Terry Whitfield. Whitfield's 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Koosman looks back at second base. Harrelson bluffs. Now he looks in at Stern. Here's the pitch to Whitfield. And he strikes out Whitfield for the second out of the inning. So it's going to be up to Darrell Thomas for 2 outs to extend the inning or knock Hill in from second. 8 out of 10 bunting. He bunt with 2 outs and a man at second. You gotta respect that. Player infield normal Hill. Koosman's ready to work. He rocks and fires to Thomas. And that ball goes deep to Kranepool in right, and he makes the catch right in front of the wall. Inning over. Threat averted. We go to the top of the fourth. The Mets 2, the Giants nothing. Due up for New York, Harrelson, Koosman, and Beauclair. But Harrelson comes to the plate. And a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. He's going to attempt to bunt for a hit now. Giants playing their infield normal. Here's the pitch. Harrelson squares. He puts the bunt down. The throw to first is not in time. So Harrelson gets his bunt base hit. And now the Giants move their corners in. Matlock in at third. McCovey in at first. Jerry Koosman comes to the plate. They fully expect him to bunt, and he is going to bunt. The windup and the pitch by Barr. Koosman squares for the sacrifice bunt. He puts it down. The only play is to first. They get him on the wheel play. And Harrelson advances to second base. Top of the order. Beauclair steps up. He's 0 for 2 today. Chance of knocking Harrelson. Harrelson's still a good base runner. 7 out of 10 base running ability. Barr is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Beauclair. And Beauclair works a walk. Doesn't chase on the 3-1 pitch. So first and second, 1 out, and here comes Lenny Randall. He's 2 for 2 today. Single in the first and double in the third. Randall only needs a triple and a home run to hit for the cycle. Righty-lefty matchup. Hill sets the target. The windup and the pitch by Barr. Randall walks as that's ball 4. The bases are now loaded with 1 out. No place to put Ed Kranepool. Kranepool is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the first on the well-executed hit and run, and then lined to first and third. He's looking to drive a ball out to the outfield at least to knock in Harrelson. Giants want a double play to get out of this jam and out of the inning. Hill goes out to have a word with Barr on the mound. It's met by Matlock and McCovey. They're discussing strategy. Now they go back to their positions. Hill back behind the plate. Squats down, sets the target. Here's the pitch by Barr. Crane Pool sends that ball out to Evans, who juggles it and makes the catch. And Beauclair does not tag up. What happened here? Oh no, a run does score. It's an error. Evans dropped the ball. So the run scores. It is 3-0. So Harrelson does score from third on the error by Evans in left. Wow. Base is still loaded one out, and here comes the cleanup hitter John Stearns, 1 for 2 today. Line to short and double to left center in the third. Again, the Giants want a double play ball here. Stearns has other ideas. The windup and the pitch to Stearns. And he walks. Another run comes in. It's now 4-0 Mets. John Stearns gets an RBI. Here comes John Milner. He's 1 for 2 today. Mets first baseman. Fly deep to left center and singled in the third, knocking John Stearns in to give the Mets a 2-0 lead. He'll take. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Milner to take again. Ball 2. He'll take again. Strike 1. So 2 balls, no strikes. John Milner in the driver's seat. Barr looks over at third. Now to first. Now in at Hill. The windup and the pitch to Milner. And Milner pops it up to short. Infield fly rule. Foley makes the catch. So there's 2 outs now. Here comes Dave Kingman. He's 1 for 2. Kong grounded to third to second and singled in the third. Kingman would love a grand slam here. 4-0. Top of the fourth. Barr gets a sign from Hill. Here's the pitch to Kingman. And Kingman strikes out. Big swing and a miss. Inning over. The Mets score 2. We go to the bottom of the fourth. New York 4, San Francisco nothing. Due up for the Giants, Evans, Matlock, and McCovey. Evans is 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Koosman works quickly. Here's the pitch to Evans. And that ball goes deep to right field towards the line. Crane Pool makes the running catch for out number 1. Bill Matlock steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Stearns sets the target. Koosman nods his head. Here's the pitch to Matlock. Grounded to Harrelson, over to Milner for out number 2. If you're scoring at home, that goes 6-3. So with 2 outs, no one on, Willie McCovey steps to the plate. Left-handed batting first baseman. He's 0 for 1. Koosman's ready to deliver to McCovey. Now he shakes his head. Him and Stearns. Stearns calls timeout. Goes out to the mound. Now they're on the same page. Stearns back behind the plate. The windup and the pitch to Willie McCovey. And he strikes him out. Inning over. So they definitely got on the right page. As he strikes out Willie McCovey to end the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. 4-0 Mets. Due up for New York. Foster, Harrelson, and Koosman. Foster's 1 for 2 today. Single to center in the second and fly to left shallow center in the third. Hill goes through the sides. Sets the target. Barr winds and delivers to Foster. And it's grounded foul off to the right. It counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foster steps back to the batter's box. Barr's ready to work. Here's the pitch. And Foster walks on the 3-2 count. Good job by Foster to get on base to lead off this inning. Here comes Bud Harrelson. He's 1 for 1. He has a bunt single and a sacrifice bunt. Infield to normal for the Giants. Covey holding Foster on. We could probably bunt him over. Or we could play hit and run. We're going to go bunt hit again. Here's the pitch of Harrelson. He squares the bunt. He puts it down. And they go. That's going to be a double play. as Hill goes to Foley, who goes to McCovey. So Harrelson bunts the ball into a double play. Didn't get it far enough away from the catcher, as that went 2-6-3. 2 outs, bases empty for Jerry Koosman. Koosman struck out in the second and had a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch by Barr. Koosman swings and flies out to shallow left field. Evans makes the catch, inning over. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 4-0 Mets. Due up for the Giants. Thomason, Foley, and Hill. Thomason's 0 for 1 for another lefty-lefty matchup. I'm surprised that the Giants, the computers managing the Giants, did not put in more right-handed batters to face Koosman. Stearns goes through the side, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Thomason, and he strikes out. Koosman gets another batter on the 2-2 count. Painted the inside corner, so 1 out. Tim Foley steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Right-handed batting shortstop for the Giants. Koosman rocks and fires. That ball is grounded past Foster for a single to right center field. 6 out of 10 base running ability. John Miller holding Foley on at first. Mets would love to turn 2 here. And here comes Mark Hill, the catcher. He's 1 for 1. A single up the middle in the third. Harrelson and Foster pinch the middle. Not really good defensively, this Mets infield. Koosman gets the sign from Stearns. Here's the pitch to Hill, and he strikes out Hill. Big swing and a miss on the 3-2 count. Good movement on that slider. So with 2 outs, runner at first. Here comes the pitcher, Jim Barr. I'm wondering if they're going to pinch hit for Barr. We shall see. Koosman's ready. Here's the pitch to Barr, and he strikes him out. Inning over. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-0 Mets. Due up for New York, top of the order, Beauclair, Randall, and Crane. Bruce Beauclair's 0 for 2 today. Left-handed batter. He digs in. He awaits the Jim Barr offering. Here it is. Beauclair swings, and that's a single to right center. So Beauclair's off the schneid. He's now 1 for 3. Willie McCovey to hold him on. Pretty good base runner, Beauclair. Here comes Lenny Randall, 2 for 2. Randall singled in the first, doubled in the third, and walked in the fourth. He's going to take. Here's the pitch by Barr. Ball 1. We're now going to play hit and run. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Randall. Hit and run on. And he sends that ball deep to Thomas. He makes the running catch in left center field at the track. Quickly racing back to first is Beauclair. So Randall gave it a ride, but Thomason made a fabulous catch. 1 out, 1 on. Here comes Ed Kranepool, 1 for 2. Singled in the first, lined out in the third. Fly deep to left. Scoring Harrelson in the fourth. As he reached on the error by Evans in left field. Barr looks over at first. Now in at Hill. Here's the pitch to Kranepool. And Kranepool grounds to Foley over to Thomas on McCovey. Double play, inning over. So a good job there by Barr. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Mets. Due up for the Giants, top of the order, Whitfield, Thomas, and Evans. Mets looking to go above 500. They're 12-12 right now. Giants 9-16. Whitfield, left-handed batting right fielder, 0 for 2. Lefty-lefty matchup. Koosman nods his head. He sets and delivers. Whitfield walks. He's going to be held on by Milner. 5 out of 10 base running ability. Koosman now up to 75 pitches. He's good for 135. Here come Darrell Thomas. Corners will move in. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Here's the pitch to Thomas. Rounder to Koosman, and they get the lead runner as Koosman goes to Foster. Whitfield's eliminated from the base paths. So there's 1 out. Thomas at first. Here comes Garrett Evans. He's 0 for 2 today. Lefty-lefty matchup. give up their hometown team. Koosman looking to keep the ball parked quiet. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Evans. And that ball goes out to Beauclair in shallow center. He makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs, 1 on. Here comes Bill Madlock, 0 for 2. Koosman looks at first. Now in at Stearns. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Matlock. That's a grounder up the middle. Going first to third with 2 outs is Thomas. Giants have runners on the corners with Willie McCovey coming to the plate. Remember, Stretch in actuality had 28 home runs in 77. So McCovey, with 1 swing of the bat, pulled the Giants to within 1 run. He's 0 for 2 though. He has struck out both times. Koosman looking to get him for the hat trick. Stearns flashes the signs. Koosman kicks and fires. And he gets McCovey for the 3rd time. He strikes him out. Giants stream 2. The Blues rain down here at Candlestick Park. McCovey gets the hat trick. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-0 Mets. Koosman pitching a gem. 3-hit shutout right now. Jim Barr back out on the mound for the Giants. 96 pitches, good for 125. Here comes John Stearns. He's 1 for 2. Hill sets the target. Barr delivers to Stearns. That's a grounder to McCovey. He flips to Barr, covering the bag at first. 1 out. So that went 3-1. Here comes John Milner. Mets first baseman's 1 for 3. His 1 hit was a single in the 3rd inning. Righty-lefty matchup. Barr gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Milner. Grounded to Thomas, over to McCovey for out number 2. So Milner grounds out to second. Here comes Dave Kingman. He's 1 for 3 today. His 1 hit, single back in the 3rd inning. Last time up, he struck out. Kingman calls for time, steps out of the box. Steps back in the box. Barr gets a sign from Hill. Here's the pitch to Kong. That ball is ripped to Madlock, who backhands it and throws to first for the 3rd and final out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-0 Mets. Hello, Andre Ford. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. So, due up for the Giants here. Thomason, Foley, and Hill. Excuse me. Thomason's 0 for 2. Koosman, once again, as I stated, spinning a gem. A 3-hit shutout here, bottom of the 7th. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Thomason. That ball is flied out to Cranepool, who comes in a bit right center, makes the catch. 1 out, Tim Foley steps to the plate. Giants shortstop 1 for 2. Foley singled back in the 5th. Koosman rocks and fires. Foley swings, grounds it to Randall, who comes up firing to Milner. 2 up, 2 down. And it's going to be up to the catcher, Mark Hill, to extend this inning. He's 1 for 2. Koosman rubs up the baseball. Now he calls time. He wants a new baseball. Hump gives the ball to Stearns, throws it out to Koosman. Koosman's ready, steps back up on the mound. He toes the rubber. Stearns sets the target, the windup, and the pitch to Hill. And that is a line out to Harrelson, inning over. We go to the top of the 8th, 4-0 Mets. Due up for New York, Foster, Harrelson, and Koosman. We have Andre Ford in the chat. I asked him how he was doing. He says, doing well, buddy, thanks. Looks like I missed a good one between the Angels and the Red Sox early. Oh, it was a wonderful game. It was a slugfest at Fenway. I'm going to be doing, Andre, I'm going to try to do another League of Sub game Friday, and I'm probably going to do your Montreal Expos, just in case you're around. If not, I'll manage them for you. I think I'm going to have you play, oh, I can't remember his name. He doesn't pop in the chat much. But I think he also picked the Expos, except I think you have the 80 or 81 Expos, and he took the 94 Expos. So I think it's going to be a battle of Montreal. So if you're around, check it out. You can help manage the team. I'm going to try to do that Friday if I'm able to. Alright, back to this ball game. Foster steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Barr is still out on the mound for the Giants. 109 pitches. Good for 125. Here's the pitch to Foster. Foster grounds the diving Foley, who gets up and fires to McCovey, robbing Foster of a hit. Out number 1. Here comes Bud Harrelson. He's 1 for 2 today. He has a bunt single. He's going to drop another one down. Here's the pitch. Harrelson squares the bunt, and it goes foul down the third base line. It's now no balls, 2 strikes. Harrelson awaits the Jim Barr offering. Here it is. Harrelson swings, and he sends that ball deep to Thomason. Back at the track, he leaps and makes the catch up against the wall. Wow, Harrelson gave it a ride to dead center. That's out number 2. Andre Ford says about the League of Subs and Battle of the Expos. He says, cool, Expos battle. If everything works out, I should be here. That's great. That'd be a lot of fun. It's fun. I appreciate you, when you can take time out. That's really nice that yourself and other people spend time and we get to chit-chat and play a little baseball. So 2 outs. Here comes Jerry Koosman. He's going to bat for himself. He's 0 for 2 today. Barr works quickly. Here's the pitch to Koosman. And Koosman flies out to Evans. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Mets still lead the Giants 4-0. Due up for San Francisco. Barr, Whitfield, and Thomas, so I'm assuming they'll pinch hit for Jim Barr. Koosman's up to 100 pitches. Good for 135. I'm just going to click pitch, and there's the pinch hitter. It's going to be Larry Herndon. Herndon in the retro replay batting .261. No home runs, 2 RBIs. In actuality, .239, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Very dangerous bunter, 9 out of 10. So once again, the Mets will play their corners in. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Herndon's at the plate. The windup and the pitch by Jerry Koosman. Grounded back to Koosman. He fires the Milner for out number 1. Nice play by Jerry Koosman. Good reaction by the pitcher. Top of the order now. Terry Whitfield, he's 0 for 2. Lefty-lefty matchup. Again, Koosman wants to work quickly, stay in that rhythm. Here's the pitch to Whitfield. Popped up. Randall calls for it at third for out number 2. Koosman 4 outs away from victory. And here comes Darrell Thomas. He's 0 for 2 today. Walked in the first. Fly to right in the third. And grounded to the pitcher in the 6th. Which forced out Whitfield at second. Koosman feeling it. Here's the pitch to Thomas. And he felt it a little too much as Thomas rips a line shot to right. No 1-2-3 inning this time for Jerry Koosman. Thomas on first, 2 outs. Darrell Evans comes to the plate. Evans is a home run threat. He did have 17 in actuality in 1977. So 0 for 3 off Koosman. Lefty-lefty matchup. Stearns goes through the sign. Koosman rocks and fires to Evans. And he strikes him out, inning over. We go to the top of the 9th, and we have a new pitcher for the Giants. Charlie Williams. Williams, in actuality, 1977, 6 wins, 5 losses, no saves, earned run average of 4. Batting average against, .262, struck out 41, walked 60. In retro replay, 2 wins, 1 loss. So that's better. It's actually the same, one game above 500. His ERA is .75 better, as it's 3.25. Batting average against is higher, .276. and he's walked more than he's struck out as in actuality. He'll be facing the top of the order for the Mets, Beauclair, Randall, and Cranepool. Beauclair is 1 for 3. He'll be taken. Here's the pitch by Williams. Ball 1. He'll take again. Ball 2. Hill calls timeout and goes up to the mound to talk to Charlie Williams. Now Hill goes back behind the plate. Beauclair digs back in. He'll take again. Ball 3. So that chat that Mark Hill had did not work. 3 balls, no strikes. Beauclair puts it back on his shoulder. Here's the windup and the pitch by Williams. And Beauclair walks on 4 straight pitches. Let me go to the chat. Once again, we have Andre Ford in the chat. He says, no problem, Al. I love this chat. Look forward to getting on once I'm done with everything. This is my relaxation. Excellent. Glad to hear that, Andre. I got a little allergy thing going, so I apologize. This is going to sound awful, but I like doing it. As I'm sniffling away through this game. So Beauclair's at first, McCovey holding him on. Here comes Lenny Randall. He's going to take. That's ball 5. Let's see if he'll take again. I believe so. And there's a strike, and a mock cheer goes up from the fans here at Candlestick. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Beauclair's at first. Randall digs back in that left-hander's batter's box. We're going to play hit and run here. Here's the pitch by Williams. And a swing and a miss. They throw down and they nail Beauclair at second. Foley applies the tag. Probably shouldn't have hit and run with a guy who doesn't throw strikes. That's my faux pas. So Beauclair's erased from the base paths. 1 out, no one on. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Williams sets and delivers to Randall. And he strikes out. Big swing and a miss as he lunged after a bad pitch. So 2 outs, and here comes Ed Cranepool. He's 1 for 3. His 1 hit was a perfectly executed hit and run back in the first. Cranepool calls time. He's granted. Now he steps back into the batter's box. Hill sets the target. Here's the pitch to Cranepool. Pops it up. Matlock calls for that 3rd inning over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Giants have to get busy. They're down 4. Koosman's pitching a gem. A 4-hit shutout. 3 outs away from a complete game shutout and victory for Jerry Koosman. He's thrown 116 pitches, good for 135. Stearns went out to have a word with him. He says he's good. Stearns goes back behind the plate. Faced Matlock, McCovey, and Thomason. Matlock's 1 for 3. The windup and the pitch by Koosman. And he walks Matlock. So Matlock's on first. We're actually going to play Milner behind him. Up 4 runs. And here comes Willie McCovey. McCovey's 0 for 3. He struck out 3 times against Koosman. Can Koosman get him for a 4th time? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Stretch. And he strikes him out! Unbelievable! A golden sombrero from Willie McCovey. 4 times he goes down on K's. So, once again, we're going to play Milner behind Matlock. Thomason comes to the plate, Giant center fielder. He's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and flown deep to right center. Can they get the hat trick on Thomason? Stearns sets the target, the windup, and the pitch by Koosman. That ball goes out to Cranepool. He makes the catch for out number 2. Koosman rubs up the baseball. It's up to 131 pitches. Tim Foley comes to the plate, the Giants' last hope to extend this game. He's 1 for 3 today. He is grounded out in the 2nd, singled in the 5th, and grounded out again in the 7th. Here's the pitch to Foley. 2 outs, 1 on. Up, before that, pinch hitter, they call Foley back. Randy Elliott comes to play. Elliott batting .370. 4 home runs, 12 runs driven in. off left-handed pitching, 246. In actuality, Elliott batted 240, 7 home runs, 26 runs batted in. This could be Koosman's last batter. Mets have their bullpen up. Koosman rocks and fires to Elliott. Grounder to Randall. He throws to Milner. Ball game over. Jerry Koosman goes the distance. He has a 4-hit shutout. The Mets win 4-0. Outstanding effort. The Mets now go over 500. They're 13 wins, 12 losses. That's it. Okay. Player of the game, Jerry Koosman. He's now 3-1. Losing pitcher, Jim Barr. He's 1-6. Bring up the box score. Bring up OBS. I can't stand when the cursor does that. There we go. Box score will be up momentarily. There. All right. I want to say thank you to Andre Ford, who joined me in the chat for a little late night baseball fun. So I get 2 wins today. That's really cool. As I manage the Red Sox and Mets in the 77 Retro Replay. The Mets are actually fun to manage, and I'm doing pretty good. I got them above 500. They're not a very good team in 77. So right now they're 13-12. San Francisco drops to 9-17. The winning pitcher, Jerry Koosman, goes the distance. He's 3-1. He only gave up 4 hits, walked 3, struck out 10. He threw 135 pitches. Losing pitcher, Jim Barr, 8 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, walked 4, struck out 2. Charlie Williams came in, pitched the 9th, scoreless. He walked 1, struck out 1. Let's move on to the batting. For the victorious Mets, this is game 1 of a doubleheader. I will not be playing game 2 tonight. I'll probably play game 2 tomorrow. If not, I'll play it offline. Bruce Beauclair. And I like to think, I don't remember the gentleman's name, but he left a message in the chat. He actually watched one of my Mets games, and I was calling Beauclair Bosclair, Bosclair, I mean. And he said the S is silent, and I took his word for it. So thank you very much. So Bruce Beauclair was 1 for 3 with a run scored. He walked twice. Lenny Randall, 2 for 4 with a run scored. He had a walk, a strikeout, and a double. Ed Kranepool, 1 for 4 with an RBI. John Stearns, 1 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. He doubled. John Milner, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Kingman, 1 for 4. He struck out once. Foster, 1 for 4 with a walk. Harrelson, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Koosman, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. In total, the Mets had 31 at-bats, 4 runs on 9 hits, 4 RBIs, 5 walks, struck out 3 times, had 2 doubles, left 17 runners on base. Their team batting average in this game, 245 for the players who started when you put all their averages together. For San Francisco, they go down to defeat for the 17th time. Whitfield, 0 for 3 with a walk and a K. Thomas, 1 for 3 with a walk. Darrell Evans, who made the error and left, cost them a run. He was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Matlock, 1 for 3 with a walk. McCovey, the golden sombrero, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Thomason, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Foley, 1 for 3. Elliott, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Hill, the catcher, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Barr, the pitcher, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Herndon, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Charlie Williams came in to pitch, did not hit. The Giants had 30 at-bats, scored no runs. They only had 4 hits. Koosman pitched a gem. They walked 3 times, struck out 10 times. They left 13 runners on base. Their team batting average for the game, 261. I mean, that's all the players, not really for the game, but, you know, for the, yeah, because I don't think 4 for 30 is 261. So it's the average of all the players playing. Let's quickly go to the recap. A very fun game. Mets scored in the 3rd inning. They sent 7 batters to plate, scored 2 runs on 4 hits. John Stearns doubled, scoring Randall to take the 1-0 lead. Then Milner singled, scoring Stearns, made it 2-0 Mets. Mets scored again in the 4th. 8 batters to the plate, 2 runs on a hit, 3 walks, and an error. Cranepool hit a fly ball, scoring Harrelson from 3rd, E7. And that made it 3-0. John Stearns walked in Beauclair, made it 4-0, and that's how the game ended. Willie McCovey gets a highlight, and not for a good reason. Stretch struck out 4 times. Jerry Koosman, the player of the game, went 9 full innings on a 4-hit shutout. He's now 3-1. Jim Barr takes the loss. He drops to 1-6. So once again, the 77 Mets are victorious over the 77 San Francisco Giants, 4-0. The Mets now jump a game over 500, 13-12. San Francisco drops to 9-17. So I get 2 victories for teams I'm managing in the 77 Retro Replay. I manage the Red Sox and the Mets. Andre Ford in the chat. Thank you very much, my friend. He says, how many leagues are you actively running? I have the 77 in Action PC. Thank you for the question, by the way. I have 66 in Action PC, where I'm just playing the Red Sox. The 77, I'm playing as the Mets and the Red Sox. Sometimes I sim the Mets games, but I've been playing most of them. I have the 60 Red Sox Open Universe Alternative Reality using Out of the Ballpark Baseball 18, which is Ted Williams' last season. I also have my 1973 Red Sox team, which is a continuation from my 72 Red Sox. Again, when I use Out of the Ballpark, I use the Open Universe Alternate Reality. I make trades. I do call-ups earlier than normal. When I use Action PC, I let them control the historical transactions, though I do make the lineups the way I want. I also have our League of Subs going. I have a couple of projects where I do the 1927 Yankees and Murderers Row take on all comers using Action PC. They've not been faring too well, but that's not fair to the Yankees, really, because they're going up against tough pitching all the time, as I'm taking the best pitchers I like and throw them against the 27 Yankees. I've done a little greatest teams action using Action PC. I have my 1978 retro replay using Digital Diamond Baseball. I think that's it. And I throw some random games in there, you know. I like playing them. I like doing this. It's fun for me. It's relaxing. I met a lot of nice people on YouTube through this, so that's cool. I do Pure Sim Baseball 1975 for the Red Sox. That's that free game. I don't know if you ever downloaded that one. That Beatles turned me on to. Pure Sim Baseball. So it's been a lot of fun. I do enjoy it, Andre. I'm going to be doing some college football. I bought the greatest teams. I want to do, for my first football game, I was going to do Army-Navy, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. I think I'm going to do Texas. Yep, I do New England Patriots replays also. I was doing the 1974 replay, and by accident I deleted the season. I got pissed at that because I wanted to see the Patriots ended up going 6-8 that season. I think they started off like 6-1 or 5-1, and I wanted to see if I could do better than that. And I was 3-0, which the Patriots were 3-0. And then I deleted the season. I just don't want to start it over again. I'm playing my 82 season. I think I need 2 more wins and I clinch a playoff spot for the Patriots. I just got crushed by the Pittsburgh. That's on the channel, and they actually got crushed in real life by the Steelers that year. And if you don't remember, Andre, that was the work stoppage shorted. Am I saying that right? Like the strike season or the lockout or something. And they added more playoff teams because of the shortage, and that's how the Patriots made the playoffs. That's the year they had the snowplow game when they beat the Dolphins 3-0 in Foxborough on a field goal, and the guy came out and he plowed a clean spot in the ice storm. But the Dolphins got their revenge. They kicked the crap out of them in the playoffs. I'm going to start. I might do a 66 replay for the Patriots because Babe Pirelli. Yes, they did. Andre Ford says 82. Yes, It was. My Redskins won that year. They did. The Redskins defeated the Dolphins in a pretty good World Series, sorry, in a Super Bowl. Riggins had the run to put the Riggins had the run to put the game away, but it was a pretty good game up until that point. It's funny because your Redskins in the retro replay are undefeated, and the Jets are also undefeated. I almost beat them, but John Smith, I think he missed 2 field goals that game. Or I should have won. But, oh well, it's a game. I'm thinking about doing a 1966 Patriot replay. I don't know how many games I'm going to show. Oh, I'm doing a Boston Breakers replay. I'm not showing any of those games, but I enjoy the old USFL, and I think I'm 9-1 in that. Except I've overused my good players, and in Action PC you kind of get punished when you do that. They'll get injuries and stuff. So Boston Patriots had a good team. Jim Nantz, yes, very good. He had a great year. They missed the playoff. They missed the division by a game. They lost a couple of close games. But Babe Pirelli was the quarterback. He just passed away. He actually backed up Joe Namath on the Jets Super Bowl team, but he passed away, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to play some of that. I think I'm going to go back to, I did some AFL, NFL Championship Bowls, meaning before the Super Bowl. I played 2 of them. The NFL's won both. So the next one I'm going to play for that would be the Dallas Texans, before they became the Chiefs, against, I think it's the Packers. 60 was the Eagles and Houston, and then it was the Packers in Houston. I lost both those games. I was Houston. I always play as the AFL. I'm looking forward to the Chargers and the Bears of 63. So, yep, Dallas Texans. What did I call them? I think I called them the Houston Texans by accident. I'm sorry. Yep, Dallas Texans. Andre Ford says, love the AFL. It's fun. It's fun playing the older teams. It's just very... Dickie Post, yep. Lance Allworth, Bambi. I think Hadel was the was Hadel the quarterback in '63, or did he come after? The Chiefs had good teams, but I'm gonna play those up until the Super Bowl, and then I won't do those. And I'm thinking about, like, I might put together a league of just Giants, Jets, and Patriots and Bills, and I'll pick some random. Andre Ford says, yep, Hadel the quarterback. I'm also thinking about, I wanted to do, I was going to do OJ's. I have all the 60 seasons, all the 70 seasons, all the 80 seasons, and I have random teams after that. And I wanted to do OJ Simpson, his record-breaking year. People might get pissed at that, but I don't care. I mean, I know he did. He murdered his wife, most likely. I mean, he did. He had good lawyers, but I always liked the juice, you know. Yep, 72. In fact, that horrible, I wish he didn't do it. I really wish he didn't do it, but he did it. They actually took his team out of Madden. That team, I used to always play the 72 Bills because I just loved O.J. Simpson. Take a sip out of my coffee. And they actually took that team out of Madden. Oh, gotta have those infamous Raiders teams there. I might replay the 76 playoff game between the Patriots and the Raiders. I'm a big Patriots fan. And as much as I love Tom Brady and obviously the Patriots now, I still like Steve Grogan. It's just when I grew up, you know. They had Sam Bam Cunningham, Andy Johnson, Don Calhoun. Vegas Ferguson came a little later. Oh, I'm forgetting another running back. because in 76 they didn't have any 1,000-yard rushers, but I think they had 4 backs, almost all of them. Mac Heron, he was a little earlier. Yeah, he was good. He was Mini Mac, right? Mini Mac. Excuse me. Then they had Tony Collins and Craig James and Mosey Tutupu. Um, I was thinking about doing Eric Dickerson replay when he was with the Rams, because he broke the yep, 42 Mini Mac Heron. I like matchups, Andre. I like matchups. I like the replays too. I've gotten away. Baseball, I love so much, so I'll throw the games on there. But I've noticed I get more. Well, I don't get a lot of hits anyway, but I think I get more interest with when I do matchups from different eras. Because I'm also thinking of doing the '72 Dolphins versus the Patriots, who went undefeated but lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. And then I was thinking, I'll bounce this off of you. I was thinking about doing the Miami Dolphins '72 replay, but I play as all the other teams because I hate the Dolphins with a passion. I would play as all the opponents and see if I could deny their undefeated season. I'm a pretty bitter fan. I don't like the Yankees, I don't like the Dolphins, and I don't like the Montreal Canadiens. I can't even say that about the Lakers. I mean, I always wanted the Celtics or the Knicks to beat them, but I never really hated them. I liked Magic Johnson. I liked Kareem. I didn't want them to win against the teams I was rooting for. Yeah, I don't like the Canadiens hockey team. I don't like the Yankees. And I definitely don't like the Dolphins. Andre Ford, 78 Steelers versus the 74 Rams if you want a defense. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And in 74, I don't know if Joe Schiavelli, who was from Springfield, Massachusetts, that's where I'm from, he was a lineman. I don't know if he was still playing. He might have still been playing for the Rams in 74. I know he played in the 60s and up to I think the mid 70s. My dad actually knew him. He passed away a few years back. So, ooh, that's a good one. Andre Ford says I don't know if I have the 2000 Ravens. I have the 85 Bears. I should have them. They should be in one of the greatest teams things I picked up. That was a tough defensive team, the Ravens. The Bears. The Raiders always had good defensive teams in the 70s, or up to the early 80s, mid 80s. I'm also infatuated with Craig Morton. I don't know why. I might do I'm a glutton for punishment. I might actually do, I think it was 75 years with the Giants, and they were god-awful. I might do some Giants games. I want to put together a middleweight boxing tournament. I mean, it's easy to do. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to use the all-time greats? Do I want to use the mid-level champions? I've done some boxing with my Battle of the Bangers. I'm thinking about Tony Galento versus, because he beat Jerry Cooney, so maybe Tony Galento versus Tommy Morrison. Or I could do Tony Galento versus Chavallo, who beat Shavers, then go Shavers against Cooney. I was thinking about doing oh, Johnny Giant Spain, my buddy, Johnny the King. Johnny says, up for work, had to say good morning to the Prince of Cotton Socks himself. Thank you very much, Johnny. Hope you have a wonderful day at work. You know what I watched today? I don't know how I missed it. You did that Intifada thing? That was freaking hilarious. You hit that right on the head, my friend. Bunch of anarchists. Anyway, don't want to get into political talk. I get called bad names when I get into political talk. It's amazing to me that just because I want everyone to have a good life, I get called bad names. It's always wonderful. um, yeah, the Andre Forts' boxing would be awesome. I think I'm gonna go middleweights. I was thinking about maybe if I don't do the tournament soon, maybe Rocky Graziano versus Tommy Hearns. That'd be a good one. Um, I was gonna do Graziano and John Mugambi. I did Hagler and Monzon. Hagler beat him, which in real life, I know they never fought. I still think Hagler would kick the crap out of Carlos Monzon. Johnny says, understood, homie. You remember my views on politics in that stream long ago, lol. Yeah, but I don't know why. Did you re-put that in? Because I was at work on lunch, and I said, what does Johnny have up? And you had your, I gotta check out your Game of Thrones stuff. And then I noticed that one. I go, I can't believe I never watched this. And I was laughing my ass off. Uh, so, yeah, but the, I don't know. Anarchy's bad. Left wing, right wing nutbags are bad. I like to put them all on a boat and sink them. And the world would be a better place. But I get called bad names if I say that. It's amazing to me because extremism on any side is not good. Anyway, enough of that. Johnny says LOA was an old one. Floyd versus Pernell Whitaker battle. Oh, yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Pernell Whitaker, that'd be an interesting one. Johnny, did you watch the fight? I watched with my dad. It was an entertaining fight. Mayweather came on really nice at the end. I can honestly say they stopped that fight at the proper time because he would have hurt Conor bad. Conor's head was snapping all over the place. Andre Ford, 70s heavyweights, 80s, 90s middleweights, welterweight. Andre, quick question though. If I did 70s heavyweights, and that's probably the best heavyweights of all time in the 70s, the problem is they actually fought each other a lot. I don't like to do fighters who, like I was thinking Jimmy Young versus Joe Frazier. I know they never fought. Jerry Quarry versus George Foreman. They didn't fight because they were friends. I mean, Foreman would have beat Jerry Quarry anyway, most likely. But I had another idea, Andre and Johnny. I was gonna take the heavyweights and then do it about 10 years apart. The rankings that you can get on BoxingRec.com from Ring Magazine, and kind of make it a team and get two people who subscribe. You'd have to use each of the boxers, and we do it quick because you can simulate the fights quick, so it'd be kind of fun. And you could match up. You could match up your champion against the worst fighter, but you only can use them once. So I thought that would be kind of a cool thing to do with the chat. Johnny says I took it as an expensive sparring about Conor McGregor and Mayweather session, but I credit McGregor for jumping in the first fight against one of the greatest, going 10 rounds. I give him a lot of credit. He fought a lot better than I thought he was going to fight. But I don't know if I did a couple of streams on that, and in my first stream, I didn't think he was going to go right at Mayweather. He did in the first round just to show him he might, but then he fought as a counterpuncher, and he landed some good punches. The thing with Conor is very tough, very good jab, very good movement. The problem when he got too close, he had to stay at distance. And when he got closer, he just didn't know how to throw his punches. And Mayweather fought beautifully. And people, oh, it's not a real win. Yeah, it is a win. He won. I mean, I love Rocky. It has nothing. And the other thing is, it has nothing to do with Rocky Marciano and 49-0. I don't understand why people keep bringing. They're two different fighters, two great fighters. It drives me nuts, but whatever. I'm so happy Mayweather didn't take the bait when Jim Gray tried to bait him into that race baiting crap. Well, of course, unfortunately, Rocky Marciano's brother, I get it. You want your brother to be 49 and he got upset that Mayweather went. Who cares? And I love Marciano and I like his family, but my God, who cares? Let it go. I mean, if Mayweather said something bad about him, I get it. But he didn't say. I mean, I watched. He didn't say anything bad. He's never, to my knowledge, said anything bad. So I just think the way they worded it to Marciano's brother, who's 76 years old, they probably worded it a certain way, and he got upset. And he just said, "Oh, the fight shouldn't count." He didn't say anything bad about Mayweather. He just said it should have been an exhibition. But it's such baloney to do that crap. Anyway, they're always trying to bait people into nonsense. Andre Ford says, "Oh, Johnny says." Great idea with face-off, Al, and I agree. After 4 rounds, Floyd figured out. Yeah, he did, Johnny. He did. But McGregor was much better than I thought. And the other thing, before I forget, because I lose my train of thought easily, I'm like a squirrel. I wish McGregor had and it wouldn't have made a difference, but he should have had a boxing person in his corner also to go with his MMA guys, because they gave him a horrible advice in the 6th. Oh, go in and rough him up. Go in and rough him up. That's the worst thing he could have done. He should have stayed at distance. Because when he got inside, he didn't punch properly, and he didn't know how to tie up properly. So, Andre Ford, different eras, but some of the great fighters from the 40s and 50s versus... Yeah, that's why I think it'd be fun, Andre. Like, I gotta hit the hay soon, but it's you just basically take the rankings from Ring Magazine, which is the champion and 10 fighters, so you get 11 fighters, and whoever's in the chat, I'd flip a coin, you can pick what era, and then you just choose up your fighters. You can have champ versus champ, or you can have, the key is how do you do your matchups, because you want to win. I think it'd be fun. Johnny Giantsman said, it was more exciting than the Pac-Man. Oh, absolutely. It was much better than Pac-Man. It was boring, the Pacquiao fight. And the numbers it did were incredible, John and Andre. That's the first time in years my dad says, are we going to get a fight? I mean, my dad will sit and watch fights with me if he's, up and stuff. But he actually wanted to watch this fight. I think the last one that was like that was Foreman, which I always got. I think it was Foreman Holyfield, which I used to throw massive boxing parties. Andre Ford says, always wanted to see Marciano versus Ali or Ali versus Lewis. They did a computer fight between Marciano and Ali, and again, it's a computer fight, and you can't really talk. I mean, I can discuss it with you and Johnny, because you're not going to call me a bunch of bad names if I have opinions on it. We'll never know who would actually win in that fight. It is interesting to think about and debate if you can do it in a fun, civilized manner, and even, trash talk a little bit. But it seems if you ever bring that fight up, some people want to get real ugly real quick, because they don't want to give sometimes each fighter the right due. Iron Gamer, what are you doing up? Don't you have to go to school? Why are you up so late, my friend? Thank you, but why are you up, buddy? Did you check out Pearson Baseball? I hope you and your family are doing well. Excuse me. But yeah, the Marciano and Ali, you can actually go on YouTube and find it. It's kind of funny because they actually acted out the fight. And Marciano's, he's old and he's a little pudgy, but he actually got himself in shape. The way I see that fight going in reality is 2 ways. Either Ali cuts him up and they stop him on cuts, with Marciano continually coming forward because he was just tough and a good fighter, or Marciano getting him. I mean, because if Marciano hit you, you're going to be hurt and you're going to go. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. What Ali doesn't get credit for, in my opinion, is just he's tremendously tough and great fighter, Oh, Iron Gamer says it's only 9:30, so Iron Gamer is on the West Coast. Andre Ford, true. I simmed it many times using full Ooh, full count boxing. Pacquiao Mayweather should have fought 10 years ago. Yep, agree. Agree. Johnny, my friends who are massive boxing excuse me. My friends who are massive boxing fans of God, I'm missing it. Massive boxing fans say Salvador Sanchez is one of the best. Oh, absolutely. Salvador Sanchez was absolutely a beautiful fighter. He died in a car crash. I think he was 22 years old, 23 years old. He had a sports car. He ended up he smashed into a truck in Mexico. Salvador Sanchez is absolutely beautiful. Johnny, if you want, you type in Salvador Sanchez versus Wilfredo Gomez. Watch that fight. Outstanding. You might think he looks a bit awkward at times, Sanchez, but he had quick hands and he could knock you out if he wanted to. Andre Ford says to Johnny, he was awesome. He was unbelievable. Remember Andre? He fought a ton on TV because he was a featherweight, and a lot of those fights were on ABC and CBS. He fought Danny Little Red Lopez. He fought Gomez. Bobby Chacon, I think he fought. Bazooka Lamone. Azuma Nelson, I think, was his last fight before the car crash. And he fought him at Madison Square Garden. I think he stopped Nelson in the 15th. It would have been interesting to see. There was talk that he was supposed to fight before his death, Alexis Arguello. That'd be a fun one to sim. That would have been a Andre Ford is another guy who was awesome if he stayed out of trouble. Tony Little Bull, yeah, but he never could stay out of trouble, and he was a bad egg. I'll put that. He did, even when he got out later on, he did the same thing over again. Johnny Giants Bane, Johnny the King. Check out Johnny the Giants Bane channel. Absolutely wonderful. You're like the masters of Westeros when it comes to boxing. All the knowledge, lol. I like talking boxing. But on that note, gentlemen, I'm going to have to hit the hay. Thank you very much. Much health and happiness to all you guys. Thank you, Iron Gamer. Thank you, Johnny Giantsbane. Remember, check out Johnny Giantsbane channel. Lots of Game of Thrones. That's Johnny Giantsbane. Thank you to Andre Ford. It was great seeing you. Hopefully we can all chat and see each other again. And Iron Gamer, you get to bed. You got school tomorrow. Just kidding. All right. Take care, everyone. Health and happiness. Bye-bye. God bless.